Ra Hogan for the Boxing Voice. I'm delighted to be here for the first time with Matchroom Kingpin Eddie Hearn. How are you, Eddie?
Good, mate. Yourself?
I'm great. All the more so for speaking to you for the first time.
I like the leather jacket. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Maroon polo neck with the maroon biker jacket. I like it.
I love the compliment. I've been getting made fun of all weekend.
Good stuff.
Thank you. I'll keep this brief and I'll stick to this card. Tough fight for Okolie.
Yeah.
Cieslak ranked number 2. Fought number 1 and number 2 consecutively. Was any headway made with the unification fight?
Yeah, that was the preference of what we were after. But at the same time, it takes 2 to tango. Gulamarin against Igorov was probably the route we were most likely to get. But Gulamarin got COVID. They couldn't make that fight in December. That slowed that down. Makabu's obviously fighting this weekend and waiting for a Canelo shot if he can get it. Bradis has lost the plot, calling out Jake Paul every day. So we've got to get on with our own business, and this is a really good fight. 2 elite cruiserweights. Very dangerous fight for Lawrence Okolie, but I think the kind of fights that will stand him out as what I believe he is, which is the best heavyweight cruiserweight in the world.
Mm-hmm. And if those big cruiserweight fights can't be made, would you look to maybe get him a Rivas-Babic fight? I mean, that could be interesting.
Yeah, not Babic, but Rivas is a decent fighter, Bridgerweight. But I just feel that with Lawrence, once you go up to heavyweight, which is where he'll end up, it's very difficult to come back. Like he struggles to make cruiserweight anyway. So once you start giving him those extra pounds, and he's got to take it off again, it's very hard to do that. So there was talk about him moving up to heavyweight for this fight. But when you're world champion, you should look to defend it, and I'm glad we got this fight because it's a really good one.
Is a mid-tier heavyweight fight more lucrative than an elite cruiserweight fight?
Good question. It's probably quite similar. I think that, but when you win a world title, you always want to try and unify it, and I feel like if he didn't unify it would be a little bit of a waste. I think that he's got the ability to beat everyone in the division, and it's our job to try and make those fights to make sure that he makes history in that respect.
Jordan Gill wasn't here today. This featherweight fight lining him up to fight one of your other featherweights who hold a world title?
Yeah, I think with Jordan, it's a really good fight, and I actually forgot that he wasn't here today. Why wasn't Jordan Gill here today? Jamie? Don't know. Yeah. But that's a big fight for him against Gurfy. It's a great fight, and I think more importantly, it's time for him to step up now. I thought he was going to give me an answer. All right. No. Yeah. And it's a chance for him to step up in those big fights. He deserves this opportunity. He's been waiting for a long, long time, and I think that he's got the ability to go on and be in those big fights domestically, of course. You've got Josh Warrington fighting Kiko Martinez, you've got Lee Wood, you've got Michael Conlon. It's a really good division. So I think if he can beat Gurfy, he's in great position. Mm-hmm.
Just lastly, about Choco v Martinez, what a fight.
Yeah.
If Martinez wins that, is that him done at flyweight? And if so, would you try and get Galal to do what Loma couldn't do and win a world title?
Yeah, probably not in his second fight, but it's a nice story. But I think with Martinez, the aim is to move back to flyweight and to unify there. But if he beat Chocolatito, the fight with Estrada, the all-Mexican fight is a massive fight. So it's a brilliant fight. It's hard to say it's a better fight than Estrada Chocolatito because but it's a more intriguing one probably because I just don't know what's going to happen. And fair play to both of them for accepting.
Mm-hmm. Sonny Edwards is going to say you're keeping him away from.
Yeah, Martinez. No, but Eddie Reynoso, I said earlier in the interview, Eddie Reynoso asked me to make that fight. They want that fight, so we're happy to make it. I don't think you can say he's ducking Sonny Edwards when he's fighting Chocolatito. So, we'll see what happens on March 5th.
Absolutely. Thanks, Eddie.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.